Hi, I'm Sergeant First Class Gaudet, and this is the equipment that I use as a military police officer. So, the first item, I have my military police vest. Right, it is a plate carrier against small arms fire. In there, I can, hold anything I'm going to need. I can have flexi-cuffs. I can put my taser in here if I need to. Anything like that. Any extras, I can put gloves, a mask, anything I'm going to actually need when I'm actually out doing my police work. I have my knee and elbow pads, so I put those on. Those are going to protect me against projectiles if I have to kneel somewhere, so I don't kind of like bump around if I'm inside a vehicle or doing any sort of detaining operations during riots inside detention facilities or doing something like the Capitol security mission. We have gloves, the hard knuckles, eye protection, always. I have my Army combat helmet with face shield. That's going to protect me against projectiles. This is going to be anything that's thrown at me if I'm in a detention facility doing detention ops, or if I'm out doing any sort of, critical site security mission. I don't want something to hit me in the face. I'm a pro mask. This is going to protect me against any sort of airborne threat. So it could be OC, it could be if I'm overseas in a combat area, it could be any sort of gas or poison gas, anything like that. That's going to go ahead and protect me. I have my MP duty belt. So on my belt, I'm going to have my 800 megahertz radio. Then every MP on shift is going to be carrying one of these, and these will go all the way back to our base. So if we have to call for backup, a QRF, quick reaction force, anything like that. I have my baton. It can be used for multiple different purposes, right? Again, during any sort of detention facility operations, we have riots, or if we have a critical site security mission, kind of as a deterrent. My taser, right? My X26, right? This is going to be my non-lethal or less than lethal deterrent, basically. I can tase somebody if I have to, or it can just work as a deterrent for us. Nobody actually likes to see a taser, so if you see it, a lot of the times, if we're in some sort of, if there's a riot inside a facility, a detention facility, something like that, or if we're just doing a deterrence during some sort of like Capitol security mission or critical site security mission. My sidearm is going to be M17, 9mm, right? I'm going to be 217 and 121 round magazines I'm going to carry on my person. All right, very accurate weapon. It's actually modular, so we can actually change this out depending on the mission. We could go to a 45, a 40. We put different sights on it. It actually has night sights on it. All right, it's an excellent sidearm to use for any of our MP missions, both in the field and during garrison or regular police work on a base. We have the M26 shotgun. We're going to have 3 and 5 round box magazines we're actually going to put in the weapon. So for this weapon, again, we're going to have we can have lethal capabilities with regular slug shotgun rounds, buckshot. We can also have non-lethal fin stabilizing rounds and crowd dispersal rounds we can use inside a detention facility. Here we're going to have, this is going to be Mark 9. This is going to be the can spray. So this is going to be a large area. So again, if we're inside a detention facility and there's some sort of riot, we're going to use this to spray a large area, kind of get a crowd dispersal going on. This is very handy, and again, I can store this right inside my MP vest if I need to. All right, so this is going to be what we carry overseas. So if we're doing a combat support mission, this is going to be kind of our setup here. So I have my plate carrier. So commanders can authorize alternative plate carriers in the field. So this is going to be the plate carrier. I'm going to have my 7 magazines, 210 rounds. I'm going to carry my 3 9mm magazines, my M17 magazines, 1 in the weapon, 2 are going to be in my kit. I'm going to have a medic bag, a tourniquet. I'm going to have anything else I'm going to need, my radio, any sort of tools that I'm going to need, gloves, anything I'm going to need to do a mission, combat support mission where we're going to be dealing with, we could be dealing with detainees, we could be dealing with displaced civilians, we could be dealing with POWs, so anything I'm going to need for that. I have my Army combat helmet. I'll be wearing that. Of course, my iPro. I'm wearing that at all times. Gloves at all times, especially if you're deployed to environments where it's very hot. You want to be able to manipulate your weapons, any of your gear, without actually burning your fingers. I have my M17, 9mm. carrying that on my side. I'm carrying my M4. So my M4 with close combat optic on it. I can switch this out. I can have an ACOG on here depending on what the mission set is going to be. This is going to be all going to be adjustable. I'm going to set up my sling so it's going to fit over my plate carrier and my gear. All right, and then I have, of course, different selectors. We have semi, and then we can get 3-round burst, all right, depending on what we're doing out on our missions. Of course, I have my pro mask. So depending on the environment, if there's any sort of chemical threat, or we have to go into any sort of situation where we're going to be dealing with OC, if we're dealing with detainees overseas, something like that, or if there's an environment where there's chemicals present, we're going to go ahead and throw this on. It's going to protect us against any of those environmental threats. I'm Sergeant Gaudet, and this is my MP kit for both garrison, critical site security, detainee operations, and also during combat support missions overseas.
Attention! Your mission is to subscribe and beat feet to the next video. Why haven't you done it yet?